Good morning, everyone, all the faculty participants and our day 6, that is last day speaker and really eminent speaker we are having today, Dr. Sriram Vasudevan. He has completed his doctorate and master's in embedded systems and right now working as dean at K. Ramakrishnan College, Coimbatore. We are really delighted and honored to have you, sir, with us. This is our last day of AICT RGPV online teachers training program on blockchain technology and its applications.
Right.
Dr. Sriram is a blend of industrial and teaching experience for 14 years and strongly passionate to take up the challenging tasks. And his profile really reveals that only. He has authored and co-authored 45 books for reputed publishers across the globe, and his world record holder with his sister Subhashri Vasudevan for authoring so many books. So it is a unique world record for co-authoring with the sibling. And similarly, he is having his entry in Limca Book of Records for national record in 2015 and India Book of Records for national record and appreciation in 2017. In spite of busy schedule, sir has spared time to be with us. So with your profound profile, we all are having all the faculty participants of this teachers training program, and we have also nominated some of our UG and PG students to attend your session specially, sir. Sir is awarded with a number of prestigious awards. To mention the few, it is Accenture Digital India, NEC, Rakuten from Japan, then Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India, Computer Society of India, Times of India, and got the recognition for number of agencies for his technical experts, and he is also listed in many famous biographical databases. He is also Intel innovator. So that's why we are really having a great time with him. And recently, one of my friend has also invited him last week only for some sessions in Madhya Pradesh. So we are really eager to hear you, sir. And over to you, sir. And I'm on behalf of LNCT MCA, wholehearted welcome to you for this teachers training program.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That's a wonderful introduction, and thank you very much for the opportunity. I would like to thank each and everybody out there who has taken their time on a weekend, because normally it's personal time where we spend time with the family. And thank you very much for joining this session. I hope I will not definitely bore you. The biggest part of being a speaker is not to bore the people. I mean, teaching is secondary. At least if I'm not boring you, it means that I have been successful in my task, and I believe that I'll be doing so. Right. So today what I'm planning to do is it's about 1 hour that I'm going to spend with you. So this 1 hour should be meaningful for you. So I do not want that 1 hour to be simply a theoretical discussion which will really bore you further. So what I'm planning to do is I'll talk about some crispy content which will make you understand what not is blockchain first, 5 minutes to 7 minutes. And then I will tell you where exactly I used blockchain to build solutions. I mean, it's really easy. It's not so difficult, and you do not require a lot of programming knowledge. I mean, if there is somebody who feels that we need a lot of programming skills to build blockchain, you take me as a reference. I am no computer science engineer, but I wrote 45 books in computer science. Simple. Blockchain is as good as that. You do not require a lot of programming skills, but instead what you require is presence of mind and a little bit of curiosity. That's all. That will definitely help you to build solutions with blockchain. And we will have a very quick note about what is what, and then we will go ahead into my project demos. They are ready for you. I'm very hopeful that you will definitely like it. And in case you have any questions, I'll be very happy to take it up. And I request you to type your questions in the chat box so that I can answer each of them at the end of the session. And that will be the best part of the discussion, I believe. Well, what is blockchain? It's very simple. I have presented it in a very neat way right in front of you. It's nothing but chain of blocks. This is the block. This is the chain. And this is like a train compartment. You can see that. The first compartment, second, third. The first one is a special compartment, and we call it Genesis compartment or Genesis block. That's it. That's the only difference. Now, how does it work or where it started? It all started when the timestamps were actually fraudulently handled. I wrote a letter, and the letter date was say 10th April, but somebody can rewrite it. Somebody can re-update the letter date as say 15th April. There were a lot of fraudulent activities that happened in that time frame of 1990s with respect to timestamps. And there was one guy by name Satoshi Nakamoto. He introduced and he used this terminologies first towards getting a term coined like blockchain, Bitcoin. All these terms came in the time of 1990s, 1991, and the early period of that to get something really very secure, and that's what it is. What is it? It is a distributed ledger. Simple. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. There will be a block. Each block will have data. There will be hash. There will be hash of previous work. What do you mean by that, sir? I don't understand. Very simple. Data is what I keep inside. It can be a picture, it can be a video, it can be a content, it can be data, anything of any format, and that's what is data. And what next? We need to understand that we will have the details of where from it is coming, where to it is going, and if it is a Bitcoin, we'll also have the amount there. But otherwise, if it is normal data, it would be data there. If you are talking about Bitcoin example, it will be amount. Well, now what is the next thing? It's very simple. We need something called as hash. What is it? You can see that here we have some randomly generated data out here, which is called as hash out, and that is like your fingerprint. It is very unique, and it cannot be forfeited, or it cannot be misused. Now, what next? Very simple. We are going to use the hash as a major component, and we are going to have the hash of the previous block connected to the hash of the current block. How does it look like, sir? Very simple. I have the first block, I have the second block. This block will have information about the hash of this block. This block this block will have information about this, and we get a chain created. Now, if you see that 1, 2, 3 are there, 3 blocks. The first block will have some hash 1Z8F. Previous hash is 0. Why it is 0? Because this block is called as Genesis block. Remember, this block is always called as a special block, which is named as Genesis block. Now you come to this. In this, we have got hash 6BQ1, something like that, but the previous hash is connected. Likewise, I'll have as many number of blocks available. I will have hash connected to appropriately to the next one, and you could see that the connection is very clearly established, and this is the chain. Now what will happen? I need to have some change, or I'm trying to break the chain. Now what will happen immediately? The hash will be regenerated. So what will happen? The previous hash and the current hash mapping will get broken, and we understand that the data is lost. Now what is proof of work? This is something which is very, very important. This is a slow process, a steady process, but I could say, now what is it? Very simple. I am trying to add something into the blockchain. So what will happen immediately? A puzzle will come to me. Now we need to solve the puzzle quickly. And the puzzle's answer should be sent to all the people who are connected, all the blocks who are connected to us. And what will happen? This peer-to-peer network will have to approve it. Okay, this answer is right, and we can approve it. Once you get all the approval, what happens is your block gets added quickly into the blockchain. And if you want to break this, if you want to forfeit, if you want to cheat, what you need to do is you need to get more than 50% of the network control with you, which will not happen at any case. So this is very safe, and this new block gets added only we get the consensus from the rest of the people, I mean the rest of the stakeholders in the network. This is very, very important, and applications are really, really enormous. That's what we are going to talk about right now. And I believe that this small PPT, I mean, it's a very nicely animated PPT, I would say. And we are going to see the applications right now which are connected to blockchain. Sir, where and all we can go with applications, sir? I'll tell you, it's a plenty of things are there that we can start exploring with blockchain. It can start from your simple medical thing to the toughest things that talks about even the electoral stuff. You can record your vote. You can make sure that there is no cheating in the vote. You can see that your contracts for the house documents, everything gets properly saved using the blockchain. All these can be done, and I'm going to show you 4 or 5 of those examples, which are really very simple. And before I talk about it, I have a channel where I teach all this. I've completely, because this is a very short period where I cannot teach a lot of stuff. but I can set up a platform for you where you can pick it up and you can move faster. So I'll give you my channel details as well as my email ID. So if anyone has got any technical queries which you want me to answer, I'll definitely take it up and I can answer that way. Let's go ahead with the product demos. What do you mean by product demos, sir? Very simple. I'll tell you where exactly blockchain can be used in terms of building solutions. It is all about real-time practical solutions. Where and all it can be used, I said, it can start with a very simple medical stuff to the maximum level of even tracking the citizens, we can go ahead and do it. But the first one that I'm picking is with respect to transportation system that we have in the country. I have not yet shared the PPT. I'm showing you a video. I'll show the video shortly. Just give me 1 second. I'll do that. I want to set a platform before I share the video. Now, what happens is very simple. I'll tell you. In India, if you see, at least in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, if you see, we have got the public transport not majorly used, but instead we have got the private transports and the cabs are being used much more. So it results in the hefty loss. So it's a real loss for the government as well as it's a loss for us too because our money is taken there for the maintenance. Why people are not using it? First thing, we have an aversion towards using the government services because they are not maintained properly. That could be one reason. Second, life risk is always there. So what we did is there was a hackathon called Saber Hackathon, which is conducted by the Saber communication company. And we proposed this project there, which got second prize at the national level. And I'm going to show you that. We are going to acquire the data real time from the buses, I mean the government vehicles, and we are going to monitor the quality of the vehicles. And nobody can cheat now. If it has to be maintained, it will be maintained. So instead of me talking, I'll show you the demo and I'll give you a brief note about what is it as well. I'm sure you'll be able to understand. You let me know if you're able to listen to the audio as well.
Hello, we are Team Hacksters and we are very happy to be part.
Can you hear the audio? One of you, can you confirm please? Was it audible?
Yes, sir.
Right, thank you.
Of Saber Hackathon. I'm Sriram and I have Dhanavishnu, Vimal and Deep with me. Wait, what are we going to do? If I ask you a question, how many of you would be 100% okay to travel with government buses? Most of you would say no. The reasons are very obvious and simple. First, the government buses may not be maintained properly, and we do not have any clue about when the buses were serviced, when the buses were maintained the last time properly. Second factor, we never know when it will fail. We are seeing so many buses stalled at the middle of the roads most of the time, so we do not have trust factor at all with the government buses. And finally, it hits our economy very badly. So we are here with providing you a solution which is very viable as well as easy to use with less investment, and that's through blockchain. We are unblocking issues of not only the customers but also the government through increasing the revenue by more utilization of the public transport. We are Team Hacksters for you, and we would talk in detail about the demo, the system, the setup, and what we do shortly. Thank you.
Quickly, what is our idea and why are we here right today? People do not prefer public transport because of many reasons and they are listed one after another right now. First, unprecedented breakdown. We have seen this in our roads every day. So many government buses could be standing in the sides of the road because of the breakdown. Second, very bad vehicle conditions. The vehicles are never monitored, no quality check, nothing. And the moment you get into the bus, at times we have seen the reports and the news that the buses windows have broken out and it has pulled people out. The footsteps have broken out and it has caused accidents. So threat to life is always there. And general public always have a feel that going in government buses might cause some damages, some threat to the life. If they have an alternative, they always prefer it. So we are here to analyze and to provide a solution to avoid this threat and to increase the usage of the government services. The impact is huge. In Tamil Nadu, it is 16,400 crores loss reported last year. 2,050 crores loss in Karnataka, 4,000 crores loss in Telangana, 900 crores loss in Kerala. Overall in India, it is 80,000 crore loss because of the loss incurred in the public transport. People are not using public transport and they are not being utilized properly. So it gives us a loss of somewhere close to 80,000 crores. So
We need a solution for this, and this is our architecture and the solution that we are providing. We are going to monitor the braking condition, the engine information, the tire condition, and all the health information of the bus real time along with the driver details, and we are going to provide this information through blockchain support to the end user. The end user is nothing but you and me, and we can now see the stats of the bus, and we will get a confidence as in, are we traveling safe? Yes, we are providing a solution to travel the health of the bus or any government vehicle through blockchain, and this is 100% foolproof. The concept is basically integrated vehicle health management system, and this is supported now with blockchain, and there is where our novelty comes in. Now, this is our architecture. We acquire the data from the bus through the sensors. The sensor data goes into the blockchain, and through this, we can do predictive maintenance. The health status can be monitored and updated to the drivers, and safety measures can be taken. The passengers, most importantly, will gain a confidence as in, are they traveling in a bus which is safe for them to reach the destination? So all these are done real time. Now, we are novel in our approach through first one, the real-time monitoring. Second, transparency. We use this term quite often. Accidental missing, accidental deletion of data, accidental mistake. Now with blockchain, it won't happen because when you want to make a change, it can never be accidental. It will be monitored by everybody. There is transactional nature coming in into picture, and everyone will monitor it. And most importantly, it will be very open. And most important point is it is secure. Economically also, it is not expensive and it is viable. So how our product works is very simple. We will give an app for every end user. Every passenger gets an Android app or an iOS app. Just install that app and open it. You can enter the bus number if you know the bus number, the registration number. If not, every bus will have a QR code, and we can paste this QR code in the buses and also in the bus stand if you want. Just scan the QR code. You will get the complete history of the bus right as what you are getting here. The air pressure, the vehicle number, the make, overall condition, everything will be immediately presented to you. And this comes through the blockchain. We acquire the data from the blockchain and we present it here into the app. So this is non-tamperable, and that's the most important point that you should understand. Friends, we are going to show you the demo of how our product really works. First, we'll go with our Android app where the end user can check the status of any government buses. Now see that we are launching the app right now in front of you. Are you traveling safe is the first message we give you there. Type the number, I mean the registration number of the bus if you know. The moment you type it, you will get the complete details of the bus condition, fuel level, air pressure, vehicle number, make, overall condition, everything presented to you very clearly. So you will get a confidence as in, can you travel in this bus or not? Now, I do not know the number of the bus, so what do? Every bus will carry a QR code. Scan it with our app and you will get the complete details available in front of you just as you are seeing it right now. And all these information are coming from the blockchain. There is where our novelty lies. The complete data is coming through blockchain and the sensors feed all these data to the blockchain. And so nobody can say that accidentally the data has been altered, accidentally the data has been deleted, we missed it by human errors. All these things will never happen henceforth. All this maintenance, tracking the vehicle's condition, everything will be perfect. You see the blockchain implementation right here. The participants are all clearly mentioned here. Vehicle is the asset, followed by the complete information of the vehicle, including the kilometer driven, tire pressure, etc. is mentioned. Now you go into the logic file where the complete details are again defined clearly. Tire pressure, oil status, fuel status, all these are defined here clearly, and this is the simplest UI that we have designed right now for understanding purpose. Now we have used the Hyperledger Composer, and the admin has got the complete rights here, and driver is a participant as you can see here. And what we are going to see now is we are going to use the get post methods for the vehicles, and all the driver IDs are also available, and you can see the vehicle status can be tracked easily real time, and most importantly you can track any vehicle status being an administrator, and the end user will get to see this in the app by typing the exact vehicle number or by scanning the QR code. And you can track the specific vehicle or you can track all the vehicles if you want to track as an administrator. You are doing that right now in front of you. The vehicle number is being typed TN99A1111. Try it out when I gave. I got the complete details real time. You can see that it is a make by Hero. All the details are presented and pretty much it was complete. Now, what are we going to see is very simple. The complete information about all the vehicles that are being included in the system is presented. The make, the kilometers driven, insurance validity, tire pressure, oil status, last service date, fuel status, and finally the remarks of the vehicle. All these makes it very, very comprehensive. And who are all the participants? Obviously, the drivers are the most important participant, and their license status is also tracked, and their remarks, is a driver a good one or a bad one, or he has got some feedback, or he has got something some bad remarks in the past. All these are tracked, and all these things come really up to date, and this is all highly real time. The vehicle status is also available here, and the remarks about the vehicle, is it good to go or not. And the transactions are summarized here as vehicle, insurance validity, the transaction ID, timestamp, everything is collected real time, and you get all these detail here. The vehicle, driver detail, kilometer traveled, all these are the most important things that one would like to know when they travel. Now, we use Node-RED as a mediator or the connector or the interface. The generation of the data happens at sensor and it has to go to blockchain, and we use Node-RED. That's the most efficient method for getting everything smooth. That's what you are seeing right now, and all this implementation have been done from the scratch by our team. And the entire setup will be running with the blockchain in the backend, while the end user will not feel any of these complexities or will not understand any of this stuff, and they will have a very simple Android app what we have shown. You can see that we are running our Python script for getting everything enabled with Node-RED as well. And overall, I can summarize you like this. We have an app. You go ahead and type the vehicle number, get the statistics of the vehicle, get the status of the vehicle. And if you do not have the vehicle number, you can as well just scan the QR code available in every bus, get the data. We use blockchain, and that's perfect solution for it, we believe. Now, we provide you 100% real-time update. The data is stored in blockchain, so no tampering possible, and the data can be fetched by anybody. So it becomes highly, highly open and available for anyone. So we believe that our solution will urge and motivate users to use the public transport more. Also, our solution reduces the risks involved in traveling in substandard vehicles. And thank you very much for the opportunity.
I hope you understood the way things are done for a very simple yet a very powerful app. So this is the way you can start building things. This is the way you will have to really think about how do we build solutions with blockchain. See, tracking is important, and tracking the data without any failure is very important. Tracking the data on time is important. So you have done all these three, and the next one is going to be very, very interesting. This some of you would have definitely faced. What is it? Very simple. It is about the land grabbing issue that we have in the country. I'll share a PPT quickly for you. Maybe not more than 2 minutes. I need to really talk about the PPT, and then I'll go to the demo. So if you see, the scams are too much in terms of too many in terms of the land grabbing and stuff. So the approval forgery happens, the document forgery, the encumbrance certificate is forged, power of attorney forging, tax receipt forging. All these happen. And when I did a literature survey, it was a shame for us to understand that there is a book written. There is a book, The Great Indian Land Grab. This is a book which is sold online. So we have got so much of stories about the land grabbing which is happening, and I've got some of the posters for your quick references. So how do we avoid it? Why it is so complex? We have got so many documents related to it, and I have listed them. Parent document, title deed, layout, encumbrance, tax certificate, completion, approval, power of attorney, sales, NOC, patta. So many are there. So all these are going to be in trouble in the current scenario. So how do we avoid it? How do we overcome the issue that we face right now? Very simple. We can use blockchain to increase the transparency. The buying and selling will be made extremely transparent. All the stakeholders, the buyer, the seller, the owner, everybody will know what is happening all around. So blockchain is the one-stop solution. What do? Very simple. We take the document, the legal document. We scan it with our mobile app, we extract all the data, we push it onto the blockchain. Now, the seller detail is there, the buyer detail is there, the government authorities are there, registration department is there. If somebody is trying to sell it, when they try to access it, the seller will really get a notification, and only when he's okay, he will be okay with further operations. Otherwise, he can get alerted. If I am trying to sell your land without your notification, you can be alerted. And the registration department will get immediate notification about what is happening. And that's also a real good thing. And transaction will be enabled with 100% proper legal approach, where you cannot forge the value of the land and the tax goes to the government appropriately. So all these are affordable, and blockchain, simple blockchain is being used, Ethereum, and you can use with any other available platforms, and it's 100% transparent, and it's secure, fraud-proof, and no middleman. The entire real estate in the country is damaged or troubled up only because of middlemen. So we have tried to build something very interesting, and I'm going to show you the demo of it. This worked 100% fine, and this was recognized as one of the top 10 products by JLL. JLL is a real estate company, as you might be aware, and I'm going to show you the demo of it right now. I'm certain you'll be happy to see. And this is the way you can start building applications. You need not search for a problem statement. It's really complex because we have a lot of statements already available with us. And one such statement is picked, and I'm going to show you that right now.
We are going to show you the complete demo with the blockchain. You can see that we have created the assets and participants for the blockchain implementation, and the logic file is also shown right now. The complete startup is being done right now. This is the initial setup which has to be done, and once this is done, we can all go with the blockchain verification and implementation. So you can see the Hyperledger screen here, where we have got all the participants, transaction, and every other detail involved here. In the land, you can see the details. Initially, it will all be empty. Now we will have to launch the app where the buyer, seller, and register has to register. Now you can see that user 1 is registering there with the name, detail, and date of birth, including Aadhaar card details. All these are done, and every detail once is given, the registration will be complete. Similarly, another user will be registered as well shortly, while registrar has also to register in this system. So one user will be the buyer, another one will be the seller, another one will be the registrar. Registrar is going to be the final validator for all these transactions, and that's what you will see right in front of you. The registration process is made very easy, and the app is also very intuitive and easy to use for anybody. Once this is done, the process becomes pretty easy for you. It may take half a minute for the entire registration process to be complete. Now, once it is all done, you can see that the number of users who have registered will be listed clearly under the person, and in the user detail, you can see that very clearly reflecting. And in the registrar, you are seeing that the registrar is also registered properly, and he can be the authority for completing the process. Now we are getting into the land where it is the asset. Now the first step is going to be asset creation, where the registrar can create the asset. The pata number, the dimension, guideline value, market value, everything, whatever is needed. If you say something more to be included, we will do that. Once it is created, the asset will be reflecting immediately in the blockchain, and that's what you are seeing right now in front of you. So all the details are clearly updated, and there is a column called for sale which you must have seen right now. It has not been enabled right now because the seller was not ready to sell. Now the next step is to modify the asset. In case the asset modification has to be done, that's being done right now in front of you, and the authority, that is the registrar, can do it, or whomever is the authority can do it. So once it is done, it will be reflecting immediately in front of you, and you can see that right in front of you. Asset modified successfully. The same will get reflected in the blockchain, and this all happens real time. It doesn't take much time actually, and it is easy to do as well. The modifications have been reflected right now in front of you. The next step is to buy and sell. So we will go for the buying and the selling process right now. Now we'll have to buy. So further we'll have to search in the city that we want to buy the land. Now we have searched in the city called Madurai, and we have found a property there, and buy request has been given. And in the blockchain in the left hand side, you could see that the same has been reflected as the buy request, but it is not yet open for sale. So we need to open it for sale. I mean, the owner can only do that. So the owner is logging in right now. View my assets option is given, and once it is given, one property is shown there, and there is a request connected to it. Do you want to sell it? Yes, that's the option that has been given. Yes is the option. Now we have enabled it, and that should be immediately reflecting in the left hand side. Now for sale property would be updated, and this particular property, whatever has been requested, would be available for sale right now. That's it. There is a guy who requests, there is a guy who approves, and there is a guy who monitors. That's it. Now we are going for the land registration process, where the documentation number should be given there, and once it is given, it will be searched appropriately, and rest of the details will be fetched automatically. While this is done, the documents required for completing the registration is also to be mentioned clearly there, without which the process won't be completed. The parent document, patta, encumbrance certificate, map, approval copy, all these are mentioned, and we can add more if it is required. And once it is done, all those will be reflected in the blockchain in the left hand side. So once only if all these are provided, the assets can be registered successfully, without which the registration cannot be done. And in case there is a modification done, everyone will get to know it. So what do we do is very simple. We request a land if at all we want to buy something, and if the buyer is ready to sell, the buyer will approve it, the registrar will monitor it. These are all the stakeholders in it. If anybody wants to change anything, all the stakeholders will get a clear update through the blockchain. That's our approach, and you are seeing all the updates happening in front of you through the transaction update, and we hope you understood it. To quickly summarize, we have built a system to make sure the entire real estate transactions, registrations, buying and selling is all made smooth and transparent. Currently, it is not so. We have used blockchain to ensure the properties are authentic, the buying requests are authentic, the selling is again validated, the registrar is being informed, all the stakeholders are having an update. If you want to sell your property, you will know it definitely. Without your knowledge, it can't be sold. If you want to buy a property, only authentic property can be sold. All these are monitored real time. To summarize, we provide you a real time, affordable, blockchain based approach for real estate transactions. This is secured and most importantly, highly transparent. This is fraud proof, which is the need of the hour, and no middleman is also required in this entire approach. So we provide you this for increased, enhanced, safe, corruptionless system in the country. Thank you.
How was it? Was it nice? I need
Yes,
some
sir.
feedback. Otherwise it will look very monotonous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So all these are fully implemented. As you can see, this may take a little bit of time for you to set up the blockchain. So if you guys need any help in doing it, it will take a little bit of time, but I can still do it. If you need any help, you can always reach me. I have given you my email address in the chat box, so you can reach me out with that. The next one is going to be pretty interesting. I need to show you that. And what is it? It's for the sales through online stuff. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. Some of you would have experienced this. I experienced this so many times. Whenever I order something in Amazon, I get definitely a different thing, which is of a different size and different quality. Can we do something about it? Do we have an option? Yes, we can do. And blockchain is the only way that we can prevent things from getting totally distorted. I ordered for a watch, what I get is a stone. I ordered for a laptop, what I get is a simple CD recorder. So we get a lot of complaints like this, and most of the times you could have seen that in the social media platform as well. So what we have done is we have participated in a hackathon conducted by Pitney Bowes Shipping Corporation. It's a very big company in US, and we were in the finals. And I'm going to show you that demo of, or I'll explain you how exactly or what exactly is the things that we did there to avert these kind of troubles. It's very, very interesting.
Hello, we are Team Hacksters, and we have Vimal, Sriram, Narasimha, and Raghu in the team. We are very happy to present our blockchain based seamless end to end shipping approach to make sure the shipping is seamless and intelligent. We thank Pitney Bowes for giving us this opportunity towards exhibiting our project. The problem statement is very simple and straightforward. Delivering shipments to the customer is a huge challenge. What are the challenges coming in there? Right quantity, right quality, right time, right person, right place, and right price. All these are the mantra for successful and seamless shipping. But do we have all these in place? Yes, we do have some of these in place, but there is a huge room for improvement. That's what we are going to suggest. The stats say it all very clearly. There is a lot of loss in terms of shipping, maintenance, tracking, and logistics. This is revealed from the stats that you are seeing in front of you. So we are going to propose an approach that will make sure the shipments are not lost, the shipments are not altered, the customer gets 100% transparency, while the seller and the shipper gets to know things very clearly without any loss. All these are done through our blockchain based approach. Let's quickly understand the shipping shortcomings. Address validation is the major shortcoming, inefficient packing, freight management, weighing shipments, shipment tracking, automation, last mile delivery, return and replacement. So, I mean to say, in every stage, there is a challenge. So, how are we going to overcome it? There is where we provide our solution with blockchain. So, the glitches, major glitches are there in the shipping in the following areas. First one, damage or loss of shipment. I have recently ordered a G-Shock watch in the Amazon seller where I received only a stone instead of a watch. Yes, it was a G-Shock, but a great shock for me. It took about 20 days for me to get it replaced after a lot of struggle and after a lot of explanation. So this is called the damage. They lose the customer and at the same time the customer faces a lot of problem. We will avoid that. Accessibility, availability, cancellation of orders, wrong address become a huge issue in the shipping. Duplicate billing is a problem, the driver shortage is a problem, and tracking becomes a major challenge. Auditing is a challenge as well. Miscellaneous threats, which include natural disasters, cyber attacks, and thefts, are also on the rise. So, what do we say? We provide you a complete solution with blockchain where each and every information go to blockchain, where there will not be any accidental deletion even will happen or accidental alteration even will happen. We say 100% every entry is safe for each and every order. So the customer can track the order perfectly, the seller can track the shipments perfectly, the shipper can track each and every stage without any problem. So how do we start it? First, the customer places the order. The data goes on to the blockchain. This includes what he has ordered, when he has ordered, what is the cost, what is the component, like all the attributes of the order comes into picture. Then the order will be shipped, order will be packaged for shipping. So that packaging information with the dimension details, weight details, all those things go into blockchain. Once it is shipped, it goes to the carrier section. All the details which include the dimension, the weight can be validated there, and if there is a deviation, we find it out with our approach where we say that what we tried to ship is 1 kg component, but what you are showing now is only 800 grams component. So there is a chance that you have altered it. Let's verify and validate at each stage. So we have an ID at each and every stage where we can use it to say if the component has been received at a right shape, right dimension, as such it was sent from the source, that is validated 100% in our approach. Now, what is the other detail that will go into the blockchain? The invoice generation and the shipment creation details go onto it. The last mile delivery go onto it. The return and replacement go onto it. Now, as a simple approach, I am telling you an example. I am ordering a watch again. The details of the watch, including the price, everything goes to the blockchain. Now they are packaging it. Once they pack it, the dimensions, everything will be ready at the source, and that goes on to the blockchain. And once it is shipped, the shipper will validate it by the time they receive the component for the weight and dimensions. And if it is all equal, if it is all the same, they ship it. That goes on to the hands of the last mile delivery person. There he validates it before he accepts it for delivery. And if it is all okay, only then it will be sent to the next level. And the customer validates it at the end of the day for making sure that whatever shipped has been received properly in proper shape. All these are done completely with blockchain approach, and we are going to show you a demo for it. And most importantly, we have given 2 Android apps, one for customer and one for the manager or the authority. The authority can track each and every packaging, every shipment properly, where the customer can track the status of each and every order without any problem, and this goes on with ease. You will see the demo of the complete implementation plus the complete validation and the workflow very soon right now, and we hope you like this approach. We are going to demonstrate you how exactly our implementation works through this demo. This real-time demo would help you in understanding our proposal as well as the implementation. Let's head right away to the demo. You can see that we have got a file org.pitney.hack.cto. It is nothing but command table output file where we clearly define all our participants. The seller, shipper, customer, delivery person, authority are the most important participants in our project. Now we are defining the assets, locations, shipment, product, transport. All these are going to be the assets, and inside that you can see, for example, for the product, we have captured the product ID, price, dimension, type, weight, etc. Similarly, we have captured the most important attributes for each and every asset. So all these together are clearly defined in this file and it helps out. And finally, we have got something very important called as transaction. This transaction is nothing but the shipping, and we are going to talk about this in another file called as logic.js, where we have defined what clearly is happening here. Old dimension, if it is matching the newly obtained dimension, then no damage is there and it is all good. If the old dimension is not matching with the new dimension of the inventory or the package, then there is a damage found. Similarly, the old weight, the old status, everything can be tracked with ease, and we can now compare from state to state, level to level, one stage to another stage, if things are coming properly, if the inventories are coming properly through our approach. Now, we are going to the next stage, where I'm going to open a link where you will see much more details and you can understand our scenario much better. We have got the Hyperledger Composer REST server. We have used the RESTful approach. Now, we are seeing each and every participant in this entire system, and for first, the authority. What is the authority all about? What are all his profile details is what we are seeing right in front of you. Similarly, for the customer, he is a participant, and what all details regarding his profile can all be captured here, and this is done with ease. You can see that all these details for this customer 1, customer 2, customer 3 with the ID C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, etc. are all captured here, and this helps us to understand the details of the customers clearly. Similarly, for the delivery person, we have got all these, and we are capturing the name of the delivery person plus the firm which is delivering. For example, in this case, FedEx is what we have seen just now. Similarly, asset called location. From which location are we ordering? For example, you can see right now, and the GPS coordinates are captured. Address and GPS coordinates are captured for each and every inventory or the order. Similarly, we have got order. This is an asset, and again, in the order, when you search for the content, you get the clear details of order ID, the customer ID, the product, the seller, and most importantly, the location. All these are captured and you are seeing it in front of you. Next, we are going to go to the product. The product itself is what we are going to see. So what are all the things we should have? We should have the class, the product ID, the price, the dimension, the type, the weight, and the seller. All these for each and every product is captured. Whatever you are selling, we capture all this information here. Similarly, the seller details are captured in the next wing, and we are showing it right now. The seller ID, the company name, the locations. We have obtained this data through our own creation, but in case of the real-time implementation, we'll take the data from you. Shipment details are now available in front of you, and they are captured real-time as well. The class, tracking ID, the order ID, the status of the package in this stage. I'm receiving the package right now. It is in good state right now. Who is servicing it? The weight, the dimension, the number of pieces, everything is tracked. So at every stage, I can track the shipment status. Then it is as important as shipment to understand the shipper details also. Who is the shipper? What is the transport location? What is the number of carriers? What is the return policy? From which warehouse it is coming? Pricing policy, transit time, all these are captured for each and every shipper as well. Now, this is becoming much more easier to understand when you go to transport. Now, this is an asset. So what is transport all about? Very simple. It should let you know what is the carrier ID, what is the transportation mode, by road or by flight, what is the capacity, what is the driver ID. All these are captured. This enables you to track each and everything which would fail. Then the warehouse. Whatever important details are required for warehouse, including the capacity, security, location, or you can tell us what more you need to add. We can add that also for your implementation purpose, and that's what we are showing you right now. And one very important point that we need to understand is the shipping, which is by itself the transaction. So we are seeing it right now, and this gives you the complete information about the shipping. The class, the shipment, the shipper, dimension, weight, transaction ID, and timestamp. All these are perfectly captured for each and every order that has been received. This is how we have written this, and this is how you are seeing it in the Hyperledger Composer, which is based on a RESTful approach. For each and every package, we are tracking it without fail, and you can also filter and find out. For example, here I am searching a package named T5, the order name T5. When I give it, I get the complete information with ease in seconds. So you get the shipper detail, dimension detail, weights, transaction ID, everything is available in front of you within seconds. So you can feel that this is absolutely real time, this is very safe, and no tampering possible with this approach. Now, it is always easy to go with a very simple UI for the administrator. So whatever you have seen there is Hyperledger way of seeing it. Now we have also created an UI which can help you in understanding things better. First, assets. So in the assets, you will have all the location details with GPS coordinates, including the address. So this is all available for the admin or anybody to track. Then the shipment details, all the shipments, tracking ID with T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 is what is available. The status, service type, packaging time, number of pieces, dimension, weight, shipper, all these are available, and this is all retrieved from our blockchain. So that's the most important point for you. This is completely updated with the blockchain data, which is never tamperable and which is always perfect. Similarly, the transport details are available with the carrier ID, transportation mode, driver ID, capacity, and actions. Finally, the warehouse details are also available with the capacity, security, and location details. If you let us know what more you want to add in this, we can add that and update it for your facility as well. Now, in the participants, you can see the customer details are available. So customer C1, customer name Sachin, location. Similarly, seller details are available. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 is available. Shipper, delivery location, all these whatever I have explained you sometime back in the Hyperledger Composer is all available here for your quicker reference, but in a much easier way. So the admin need not know anything technically or anything tougher is there waiting there for him to learn to use this blockchain based approach. We made it very easy, and it's going to be very safe as well. And the authority ID, all these details are also available. And the final one is nothing but the transaction where shipping is involved. Shipment, shipper, dimension, weight, transaction ID, timestamp, all these can be available, and this is what is available in the shipping as you have seen some time back. For your reference, we are showing it right now again as well. Here you go with our Android app that we have designed for the manager and the customer one after another. Initially, we are launching the manager app. I'm typing the username and the password. So once the password is typed, I can use the show password option as well to see the password in case you need that assistance. I'm showing it right now. Once it is all done, I'm going to track the shipments with the customer ID. Customer ID is C1, and now you can see that the complete details of the products and the orders that are given by C1 are displayed. Now we are trying with C2. This is just to show you the versatility of the app as well as the complete information that the app provides you. Now it is C3. We've got one more, which is nothing but C4, for you to understand how exactly it works for different customers. So this is all real time, and this is a very simple user interface that we have designed. And you can see it covers the order ID, product ID, seller, and the location all in one shot. Now I'm going to track with the shipment, and we can go with QR code scanning. You can see that I'm scanning it right now, and now you have got it. With that, you can search for it, and once you search, you will get the complete details about the shipment ID, dimension, and from where to where it has gone. If you are not familiar with scanning, you can also type and search for the shipment info. It's all available in front of you, all with a simple touch. The next one that we are going to see is T1. That's available right now in front of you. The complete information is tracked and it's updated live. So this information and this interface is very simple, that the manager doesn't require any special learning to use this app. Next one is through location. I'm typing Coimbatore. So once I type Coimbatore, all the shipments that are related to Coimbatore are all displayed in front of you with the order ID, customer ID, product ID, and the seller details. I'm going to change it as another town or city. Now we will make it Chennai right now. So once it is Chennai, you can see the complete details with the Chennai base as location will be displayed, and now it will be Bengaluru for you. So it's done, and you get the complete information. All these are, again, as I told you, it's very simple and easy to handle, and the manager need not learn anything new to really use it. Now you go with the customer app that we have built. It's again simple for you. First, you must have registered. We are avoiding that process for the want of time. We have already registered and we have done all those processes. Now we can see that I am logging in with my username and password. As usual, we have got show password option also available for the customer as well. And once done, I can log in into the customer app which is designed for this purpose. Now, the order placement can be done with this app. So order ID, I'm entering some ID here, say for example 0543. This ID should be reflected real time in the blockchain that we have designed. That I'll show you a little later in the same sequence. Now, I am selecting the product ID, I'm selecting the seller ID, and location is all selected right now. Place order. Once you select that, it's all over, and we should be getting things done right now. Now the order is placed and you can see that right in front of you. That's it. The process is so simple. Now what's our duty? We need to validate if that 543, the number ID that we have received earlier, is reflecting here. Now we can see the same UI that we have designed for the validation purpose and the verification purpose sometime back. Now you can go ahead and see in the orders, get orders, and inside that just do a scrolling a little bit. When I do a try it out and then I scroll, do we get 543? Yes, we got it. The 543 is available right now, and that is it. It's all real-time perfect and it's functionally working. We hope you have seen the complete demo and you understood the complete implementation, whatever we have shown you.
This is a full-fledged implementation, as you could see.
Yes, sir, definitely. And all the case studies have given a very clear idea as you have shown user interface.
So
Any discussion, any comment from faculty participants or students?
You can also reach me out through my email ID. I've already given it in the
Yes,
chat
sir.
box. And one more thing that I wanted to show quickly, maybe half a minute I need. Do you have time, ma'am?
Yeah.
Right. So what I have done is recently we have built a system to monitor the status of the flight, because the flight maintenance happens in a periodic interval of time. I mean, they will have to maintain it based on the utilization and not just with the time interval. If the flight has flown for 5,000 hours, it has to be maintained. So what we did is we did something very interesting to see if it can be successful. I'll show you that quickly. Just give me 1 minute. We have built our own flight and we have placed sensors in it, and we collected the data real time.
The propeller engine.
And the flight was flown and we collected the data real time and we pushed it onto the blockchain. And whenever the flight has to be serviced, now we will know it. So this is one of the case studies that I have taken from a PhD scholar, and it's going very nice actually. You can see that this is built completely by us and this is in our university. So this data goes on its whole to the blockchain, and there we have predefined condition checking. Like if the stress level is this, strain is this, the tire pressure is this, we need to maintain, and immediately alert will come. So nobody would want to be like 90% safe. They want to be 100% safe when they fly. So this data, whatever we have collected, is a real good amount of data which we tested with blockchain, and it's working fine. So these kind of experiments are really easy to do, and it would not really need a lot of money also to be invested. So that's the most important part of it. These children, whomever is trying, or teachers whomever are trying, they may feel that it could be a little expensive affair. No, it's not an expensive affair, and it's really very easy to do. And this is what we have done. We have got now the pilot, the passenger, and the maintenance team completely informed about the status and the same set of things. So once you learn for one project, I think it's pretty easy for you to go ahead and try it out with multiple other scenarios. So it's very easy for you. So with that, I conclude. You can let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to take it up. And in case you have any other questions, maybe later in the day when you get, you can drop me an email. I'll be very happy to reply you. And I'm connected 24/7 like online, so I can reply you.
Yes. Students, faculties, any question, any discussion, you are most welcome. It was a really very wonderful presentation, sir, along with number of demonstrations. So really it is a very, we are fortunately to have you on day 6, so that it has given a complete conclusion to teachers training program, as during last 5 days we had a long discussion, but the complete demonstration and like how Android app at the background we can have the blockchain. So definitely it will give a different insight to all.
Right. Thank you very much, ma'am. And I thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. The entire organizing team, please take up my thanks. And the listeners, you have been wonderful listeners. Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you, sir.
I am signing off, ma'am. If
Right.
I go ahead?
Any question, any discussion from anyone? Right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye. Take care.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please stay connected. We will be having a group photograph, and I have shared attendance link, and I am also sharing AICT feedback link. Right, all the students, you can fill the attendance and can leave the session. Rest all faculty participants are requested to stay connected. We will be having a brief valedictory session, and there will be a feedback which is mandatory for everyone and which is to be submitted to AICT. So I'm sharing the link. All the student participants are requested to leave the session.
Huh?
Good afternoon to everyone. Soon, Director LNCT MCA Dr. Sanjay Bajpayee sir is joining with us. So we will be having a brief valedictory function. All of you are we will be having a group photographs. So please manage to click on your cameras when required. And similarly, all of you are requested to share your feedback, those who are interested. Yes, Vandana ma'am, we will be sharing the recordings. It will be uploaded on YouTube channel, and on Monday we will send you the link. And even some of the PPTs I have already sent it to you. someone has requested to give it through Drive link. So we will be doing it also by Monday.
Please check your mails for your test links.
I have given the rights to everyone to unmute yourself. So if anyone has not received the test link, please check your registered mail and let us know about it. Good afternoon, sir. अलका मैम पहले फोटोग्राफ हो जाए.
हाँ मैम, ठीक है.
राइट, ओके.
सबको वीडियोस ऑन करने के लिए बोल दे.
हाँ.
प्लीज स्विच ऑन योर वीडियोस.
वाजपेयी सर ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है.
हाँ. वो वाला व्यू मैम ले लेते हैं ना वो.
हाँ.
You speak. हाँ. Please switch on your videos for a photograph. Thank you so much for participating. Vandana ma'am, Avinash sir, Bhavna ma'am, Sandeep sir, Viren sir, Tiwari sir.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर, आ रही है. तिवारी सर. Swati ma'am, Sandeep sir. Avinash sir, Rajen sir, Ankush sir, please switch on your videos. ओके मैम, ले लीजिए पिक.
Yes, ma'am. Shall we go ahead?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Just a minute.
It's done, ma'am.
Just a minute. Yes, thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Right, so we are starting with a brief valedictory session. So I welcome everyone for this brief valedictory session. We have completed this 6 days teachers training program on blockchain technology and its applications. And I'm really thankful to all the faculties who have joined across all over India and from Madhya Pradesh. I also welcome Director LNCT MCA Dr. Sanjay Bajpayee sir and request sir to address the gathering.
Thank you, madam. Really, this has been a very good, informative and knowledgeable session. And main thanks goes to AICTE and RGPV. We were having very good speakers across the world, not only from India, but from other countries also, like Australia and South Korea. And the basic intention of conducting these programs is to propagate the new knowledge to the community through the teachers. That is why we are conducting teachers training program. And lot of effort has been done by the coordinator, Lata Gulati madam, Megha Kamble madam, sincere efforts of co-coordinators, Megha Jain, Viptak Nathi madam. And the success of this program only depends when the knowledge what we have achieved through these 6 days TTP, if it is communicated to the students. So it is our moral responsibility and duty that whatever we have gained through these 6 days TTP, that should be propagated to students. These programs are being conducted by AICTE and RGPV, and all these expenses are borne by the government. No participant is charged anything for these TTPs. But the only intention is to educate the teachers so that they can propagate this knowledge to the students. Nonetheless, the speakers have played a very better role and they have agreed to share their knowledge and to spare their precious time to make this program successful. I hope and pray that this program will be successful. Currently, we can't say whether it has been successful or not. It will be only successful when the knowledge gained by the teachers is propagated to students. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Any faculty participant wants to share the feedback? You can unmute yourself. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir, please.
Thank you, madam. Kamble madam, Alka madam, and special thanks to Dr. Sanjay Bajpayee ji. I'm really thankful for conducting this type of workshop because the blockchain is very emergent area and lot of applications area, as in the we have seen in one eminent expert from the Australia to deliver the 20 major area of the application of blockchain. And we have seen one different perspective, that is the cognitive behavior from Dr. Kanak Saxena madam and Dr. Ashok sir. There are so many eminent speakers deliver the different domain, the way of is like in the Manish Kumar Jain. He also explained the implementation part of the blockchain. So all the speakers was very good. The organized committee really helps a lot in the many domain whenever I feel the connectivity problem in the other area. So I'm very thankful to all of you to conduct such kind of the workshop. That is really the very helpful. In the future, definitely I will join if you conduct any other faculty development program. But apart from that, I have to deliver my classes along with this program. So some of the lectures I have missed some of the things. But if you conduct this type of workshop during the session where there is no such classes, so we will focus 100%. But I attend more than 80% classes. In 1 and 2 classes I could not attend because we are I'm engaged in the other government works. So finally, I would say thanks. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Madam, I am Virendra Kumar M. Thakkar. I am Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering. I am in Uttarakhand, in Pauri Garhwal, in GB Pant Institute of Engineering and Technology. This is the second FDP that I am attending. Earlier, I had participated in January, that NLP, Natural Language Processing. So I liked that FDP organized by Dr. Megha Kamble very much. And again, when I got opportunity after 6 months, so in another program conducted by RGPV, I immediately enrolled myself. I enjoyed all the sessions of blockchain computing, particularly because cryptography and network security is one of my favorite subjects. I have taught this earlier 6 times, that is 3 times to BTech, twice to MTech and once to MCA students. So I already knew the basics of cryptography and hash functions. So particularly the applications part was very much interesting. So the sessions by industry experts were also very good. And thank you for sharing all the presentations also with us. So I hope they will be useful to us in teaching to advance the courses, particularly to our MTech students, because we have here MTech and MCA courses also. And blockchain is a new and emerging area, particularly the government departments where these applications are being used, and cryptocurrencies, and the legality and the apprehensions in the minds of people regarding this technology. So we learned about Hyperledger also. Some concepts earlier I had learned in earlier say FDPs. So those were revised here, and we learned about Hyperledger and how the transparency in many transactions can be increased. In the last session today, we learned about how there is tremendous economic cost, and how these economic costs can be reduced if we use the blockchain technologies. And I hope that in different industries as well as in government departments, now blockchain experts are there. So there will also be demand for our students, that is the passing out students who want to specialize in this area, because this is a new area and there will be tremendous manpower demands also for this. I am thankful to all the organizers for conducting the FDP so well, particularly Megha Kamble madam and Dr. Alka Gulati madam. I am also thankful to all the eminent speakers for sharing their knowledge with us. And I will strongly recommend the programs of this. Earlier also the PhD scholars were there. So these are useful to all PhD scholars as well as to MTech students also. So I hope I will again and again get opportunity to participate in more programs conducted by LNCT as well as by RGPV. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
Right. Yes. Thank you, sir. Nice to be associated with us. Yes. Over to you, Madhav, sir. You have helped us a lot because you were too attentive in the sessions. Please.
Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon. This is now afternoon. I am very thankful to Professor Alka, Professor Megha, and the team of RGPV for organizing such informative and practical session. As many of the speakers discussed about fundamentals of blockchain and application of blockchain, that is about hands-on and how to implement it. And many of the participants already told that it is very emerging area and it is advanced technology. So what generally happened that when we found something about the blockchain technology, then we just get some stuff about the technology, which is very fundamental and theoretical stuff. But what we are trying to find out is that how to implement, how to start, from where we can start, which is called actually the path to start the technology. Right. So I'm very happy that this session actually contains so many topics and so many speakers already introduced the practical session. That is a very good thing. I am from Gujarat, Charotar University of Science and Technology, Charoset. I'm assistant professor in the IT department. I have 10 years of experience in academy, and currently I'm doing research work. So I'm research scholar in blockchain technology. So that's why I always in thirst of such type of events, and I never miss the opportunity to attending such sessions from good institute also, right? So, and as the blockchain technology is in very demanding technology, it is applicable everywhere, and it is a lack of skilled person also. Those who are knowing, they are not delivering everything, right? That is the fact also. And as it is applicable to everywhere, obviously there are some use cases where it is applicable only, so we cannot apply it everywhere, but it is very applicable and demanding technology. But we have less of skilled persons, so we already implemented this subject as a in our curriculum as a subject in final year in BTech, IT and computer. And so actually implementation and practical session thing is very important, which is already covered in this session. So again, I'm very thankful to the team of RGPV, especially Professor Alka, Professor Megha. Thank you very much for providing such opportunity to attending such session, and always ready to join such session in future also. We are waiting for such informative session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your kind words. Yes, Alka ma'am, I think you conclude the session now. सबने टेस्ट लिंक चेक कर लिया है मेल पे? If anyone has not received, please request it.
जिनका अटेंडेंस कम होगा उनको नहीं मिला होगा तो we are very sorry for that क्योंकि RGPV के these are the norms and ICT.
But like we are very fortunate, we have a good number of participants, and who have tried their best. But sometimes because of we are too much engrossed. So in case if you have not attended it properly, और अगर आप टेस्ट दे भी नहीं पाए हैं, but knowledge is always useful. So kindly bear for that, and all the best for your test. Yes, ma'am. Please conclude the session.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm really very fortunate to have you all as participants and to have Director Sir for the valedictory function and all my colleagues, Megha ma'am, Kavita ma'am. So thanks. I thank a lot, first of all, to the Megha ma'am for giving the initiate to this, and for the Director Sir for supporting us and to conduct this TTP. And then I'm very grateful to the participants for showing their participant and for attending it with interest, with keen interest. This, we could recognize that the people have interest in blockchain and they're ready to learn. So that was really very nice. Thank you for sparing your time. I know it was very tough time for the faculty. This time the admissions are going on, the classes are going on, and all other works are going on. So this was a very tough time, but you gave your time and you attended the sessions and participated in the TTP for the 6 days with interest. I'm very thankful to you all. Thank you so much. Ma'am, mute करिए. Unmute करिए.
Yes, we have already submitted your attendance to AICT RGPV office. Today test scores will be submitted to the office, and roughly it will take 1 month time for certificates. So kindly bear the delay. We are having WhatsApp group through which we will be communicating, and you will surely get the certificates, because as we understand, it's a time taking process. But kindly bear the delay, and you will receive the certificates after all completion of the formalities. Right. Thank you. Right. Thank you, everyone. Right. Thanks
And
to be
again-
associated with you all. Right.
Okay. And if you please check your mails, and if you're eligible